Dads.
All right. We have 2 more second dates. I'm not sure I can handle another hour of this game, but Craig or Robert? Craig or Robert? Actually, we have someone in the chat who missed the first Robert date. And I can tell you something. This guy is a fucking adventurer. So let's go on another wild Robert adventure, shall we? Try not to make assumptions about people. Very good dad tip. I had a lot of fun with Robert last time we hung out and almost kicked a child's ass. But I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times and Dad Book says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from my computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. Ah! I'll bake her favorite pie! I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie. It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Ah man, I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on Grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? More cherries. Almond extract. That sounds good. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Oops. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it there? 50 minutes? I'll just wing it. Amanda's going to be so excited. The kid loves a good pie. Which is why she'll hate this one. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? Probably the pie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yes! Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? I've been leading a double life. I like joking with her. Let's go for that. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an aspiring astronaut, and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. The pie was the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciated the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in a pizza. Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig into it before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh, that's just me taking artistic license and accidentally clicking so I didn't read the rest of that line. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you're currently right now trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? Yes. Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? Yes. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the side and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. Oh. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth. No, it's just... burnt the heck out of the roof of my mouth. The pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right, the pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you for making pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media... Oops, nudged the computer there. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media make us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole. Dad, just leave us on fire. Stop that, I'm not Chevy Chase. Oh wait, it is on fire. I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room and do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of the scholarship applications and we both start getting ready for bed. What's this? Maybe dads aren't as stupid as bumbling as... Oh, see, now you just hurt my feelings. Now I'm just wounded. I don't know if I can ever stream again. I trust you. I should just turn this game off right now if that's how you're gonna be. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner. I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I decide to check that book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Huh. Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. Pling. Yep, knew it. Hey. Barry. Hey. He's drunk. Oh my god! He's drunk. He's drunk. What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out the window and, sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against this pickup truck in my driveway. What the fuck, Robert? I open my door and try to figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey? Oh. Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping. That's no fun. I have a feeling this guy sleeps all day because he keeps getting drunk. I have friends like that. Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. No, because I apparently don't have a job. Might as well live a little. Sure.
I don't know.
Cool. You plan on going out like that? I look down and realize that I am in fact not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. Gotta get properly dressed for crimes? Oh yeah, we're doing crimes. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready. Hop in. Hop in! I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out the cul-de-sac. You like Tom Waits? Who doesn't like Tom Waits? Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, alright. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. Well, whatever I've got myself into, it looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. I don't think he'll appreciate me digging. And he did say he hated small talk. Oh! Good call. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decide to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car and I sit for a second, unsure he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed and his truck and the bed off his truck and pats the space next to him. Did he just take me to make out point? I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink in the distance. Off to the side, I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's also gorgeous. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is where I masturbate. What? I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. Yeah, think. can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It is a bottle of lotion. He really does come here to masturbate. It glints in the moonlight and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Yep, we're doing crimes. Oh, please don't stab me. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Do you think I was gonna stab you just now? What? No! Hate to break it to you, but I did in fact bring you out here to harvest your organs. I'll play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in a trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? Yeah, it always happens between a cat and a fox somewhere out in the woods, and I lose. And I think those are the only 2 rules. I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. You and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Barry, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and I've come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. Perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with a grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is gonna splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They are very nice hands. You can't make a steak omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. Oh shit, minigame.
Knife that wood.
Oh dear. Yes? Oh! This is how whittling works, right? Just flail a knife up and down? That's a good start. What is it? A knitting needle. It's a pencil. Good luck writing with that. You made a highly dangerous weapon. Yes, I did. Do I get... Oh, here we go. Can I... Tell me about that one. Popsicle stick, tongue depressor, flatworm. Tongue depressor. I should put that in my first aid kit. Never know when you might need one. Yay! What is the object of this particular minigame exactly? I made a toothpick. Something to make me look tougher. It's working. I think it would take me in a fight, probably. Tough guy accessory. Is he really okay? I'm basically just making fun of him at this point, and he's super okay with it, and I like it. An egg. Chicken nugget. Ouija board planchette. It's a chicken nugget. Please don't eat that. You okay, that's the best one so far. Nice form. What's it supposed to be? A self-portrait, Louisiana. It's you. Splitting image of you. You made a masterpiece. This is hilarious. Oh my god. Whoever came up with this minigame is my new hero. I made another stick. Hooray. Chopstick, righty, lefty. An ambidextrous chopstick because I respect people. What the fuck? How long does this game go for? Oh, whoa, that's a big block of wood. What are we making this time? Oh! It's a goose! If you keep this up, you'll be a whittling pro in no time. It's a new friend. He's beautiful. I'm happy for you. You made a new friend. Oh my god, how much did you bring out here? This is like a whole... Whoa! Okay. Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? The spirit of the Mustang. Sir Horsington the Brave. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. You made a beautiful gift for Amanda. Good idea. Okay, whittling done. I have ruined so much wood. It's almost like I'm actually dating men and ruining wood. That joke fell flat. I'm sorry, and I wish I could rewind. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife? Ah! When I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my hand and wipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gas at the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Cryptids. Ton of them out here, you know. Cryptids? Like Mothman and stuff? Mothman is bullshit, but yeah. This town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. Really? You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. Yeah, like cults. I think about my entire time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever heard of the Dover ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup, pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude, Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants, all good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're just having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. Really? It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. Can't hear the birds, the crickets, the squirrels, nothing. It's dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing, but nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big, arms too long for its body, black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night, and I don't think I've slept a night since. You're lying. Okay, you're full of shit. You think I'm lying? Robert pulls out his wallet and shows me a picture of a beautiful pit bull. Tell that to Betsy. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight's, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. The dog is out here somewhere and she's gonna howl. A howl resonates through the woods. Doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl. Whoa. Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? Whoa. I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I can barely make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go.
Really?
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away, back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage in a wildlife preserve? Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody. You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in this sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think. Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life where I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. Something I held on to that kept me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. Let's try this. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret or wish that I could have done better. But I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter and it seems perfect. It isn't. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window in the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet and stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me and my mom. Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments of my life, they're all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison. Okay, now he's fucking with Robert. I turn and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. We both break out into laughter. He pats me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights in the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him. You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks, then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, you know what? It's fine. I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda? She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincere like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself, then finally decide to go to bed. That feels like it went pretty well. Date complete. Holy crap! Oh!
Where'd my pants go?
Did he just say what I think he said? Oh, man. Well, I think we fucking aced that. Holy crap. Wow. That was something. Oh, shit. Right. I wanted to stop here and play more next time, but this seemed like a story segment, so let's keep going. Let's see what happens. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh, so I decide to take the long way home. I casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of a suburban city with a low crime rate and wide, walkable sidewalks at night. As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait it out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. It turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. I look over into the corner and spot none other than Mary sitting alone in the corner nursing a cocktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging out with some younger guy, she looks so sad.
Hey.
She looks up and half-heartedly raises a glass to me before staring off into the distance. Okay, let's try and be friendly here. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. Hey, cowboy. You alright? Never better. She hiccups. Guess she's a little far gone. Oops. Tears start welling up in her eyes. Oh. Will you walk a gal home? Yep. I slide out of the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach out a hand to help her, but she waves me away. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac and I'm just making sure she gets home safe tonight. I know you. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just... She usually has one of the bar staff walk her home, but I trust you. She doesn't, like, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets? Nah. Nah? Ain't her thing. Huh. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. It's still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head. Such a gentleman. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street towards the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her, for fear that she might hit on me. Or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing? Sorry you have to see me like this. I'm usually not... I know Joseph doesn't like it when I... Just sorry. It's alright.
Hey.
I'm sorry if I'm ever mean to you. It's alright. No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm having a really... Forget it. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just... Hold on. What's wrong?
Hey.
Is she gonna puke?
Hey.
How about another drink? Old time's sake? Come on, Mary. It's bedtime. Mary looks up and down, giving me a half smile. You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Huh.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Well, that was certainly interesting. I'm starting to wonder if this game does want me to play every chapter of every dad, or if it gives me a choice later on who I want to actually date. I'm a little confused here, but for now we're focusing on the 3, like I said I would. So I'm exhausted for now, and next time we're gonna go on a date with Craig. So I shall see you then. Thanks for joining me. Bye.